Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Peach Pit Podcast, episode number 5. I'm Cody Satterwhite, along with
Tim Jones. What's up?
I'm Randy.
here this week with Subdivisions as well as our special guest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo!
man. Really looking forward to talking to these guys.
I love them.
Yeah, we talked to them on Meet the Band. They're awesome, man.
Them's homies.
Been on tour with them before, too. They're pretty nice to hang out with. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Played a couple shows with them, too, I reckon.
I've been to a lot of shows. I haven't played any shows.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of their shows.
Yeah. Just recently, too, right?
Recently, I've been to a couple recently.
Yeah, so tell what other shows you've been to recently. You've been to a lot of shows over the last month.
I go to shows all the time.
I know.
Man. Well, obviously, seeing Subdivisions throw down at Tooey's was like
That was
the craziest
magical.
thing I've seen in a long time.
That was really good.
They basically just took over Tooey's Bar and Grill, and they were shooting a music video. And so we got a whole concert, and then they shot some of their video. And then I saw them again at Sweetwater, like a week later. I've seen Lungburner recently. They were really good.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Joe and those guys throw it out.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny. I was at the show. I saw Steven from Palaces, and he saw me go to get earplugs, and he was like looking at me like, "Oh, you wussy." And I'm like, "No." I was like, "Look up there." I was like, "Joe's got 2 412 orange cabs, and on top of those are like 2 like orange dual darks." I was like, "It's gonna be loud in here." He was like, "Yeah." He goes and grabs some. I was like,
Man. Yeah, they're loud. Joe likes to play loud.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I don't know. You know me. I go to all the shows.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I've been to.
I haven't been into any this past month because I've had my kids a lot on the weekends and I hadn't been able to go.
Dad mode.
Dad mode.
Dad
But I
mode
did
activated.
go to a show that I didn't talk about last time that I did want to talk about and I forgot, which was the Chelsea Grin show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I went and saw Chelsea Grin, Signs of the Swarm.
Signs of the Swarm.
Were there bugs there?
Didn't that guy have a YouTube channel?
God, who else was it? Heck, I can't remember because I don't listen to the other bands really, but I listen to them. I like Chelsea Grin a lot.
I started seeing a bunch of Signs of the Swarm shirts all over Atlanta, and I was like, they must have just played here.
Yeah, they did. Yep, they played with Chelsea Grin. Chelsea Grin was awesome. I loved watching them play, and it was good to see them have some consistency to their lineup for a change.
Yeah.
Like, they had a lot of the same members that I saw last time I saw them, so that was good to kind of see that they're having some cohesion and not flipping members like they used to.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely want to, have the members stick around in the band.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it's very important. It's very important to be a part of the band.
It's very important to be a part of the band.
Oh, I went and saw Palaces. That was kind of a crazy night. I went to go see Palaces at the Earl, which shout out to the Earl. Y'all have the best food in Atlanta. Went to see Palaces at the Earl, and then I dipped as quick as I could as soon as they played their last note. And ran over to Boggs to see Leafblower play.
Oh, yeah. We did.
Because y'all
play.
were headlining. What was it called?
Blast Beat and
Fuzzstock.
Fuzzstock.
Yeah, Fuzzstock 5.
Yeah. You guys were headlining.
Yeah, we
Fuzzstock
did.
5.
Yeah, that was the
Sounds like a NASCAR race.
Man, I know, don't it? No, it was a really cool time, man. So Leafblower played at Boggs for Fuzzstock, and I want to give a shout out to the people that put that together, and I love them very much.
That was a cool event.
It was a very cool event, and it was very multi-genre, if that's
Yeah.
even a word.
Yeah, variety.
For there was a motley crew of bands, different sounds, and then as the night progressed, got a little heavier and heavier, and it got a little more wild, and then we went on at like, I want to say like almost midnight. And we rocked that place as hard as we could. We love Boggs. Leafblower loves Boggs. And we, I don't know, like when we play there, it's like right in our backyard. And like, I don't know, it's like the hangout of the homies of the city go there at Boggs.
Boggs is dope.
Yeah, I think of it as like a gun club. Because like all of the really good musicians go there, and it's like tucked away, and you can be as loud as you want. Like that place is awesome.
Oh yeah.
And Leafblower, we played a bunch of the new songs off of our upcoming record, which Low Heaven's going to be really sweet, and we've been working really hard on that here at Maelstrom. And big shout out to Kellen for always working on that thing, making it sound real cool. But like the show was awesome as hell, and then I was also at that Subdivisions Tooey's event, and I gotta say, man, those guys, I love them so much, and I have played music with them for at least close to over 15 years.
Nice. Yeah.
And in all the bands I've been in, and they are going to be a real treat to be on the show, and they killed it, man. I mean, dude, they made a wing spot blow up.
Yeah.
Like, it was real sick.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Tooey's is like an old taco mat. So it's a big wing joint.
Yeah, man, it was very, very intimate show, and it was very, very cool. Other than that, like show-wise, I know the new King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard record came out yesterday. Yeah, it's very funky. It's very cool. If anyone's into that, that's a really good record. And then I know the new Rivers of Nihil.
Yeah.
That new record came out. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I listened to it once. It didn't quite grasp me, but I'm going to listen to it again, and I think I'll probably like it better the second play.
Right on. And also that new Turnstile record, I can never put it down, dude. I know that's probably like not y'all's cup of tea, but man,
dude, Low Before the Breeze dropped.
Oh, the Low Before the Breeze record dropped too.
We're literally, you guys are going to see this like in the future, but we're leaving here to go see them play a show this afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm really stoked about it.
I did a guest spot on one of the songs. The Same Joke Twice on their new record, and it's a phenomenal record. And check out Low Before the Breeze for sure. Those guys are incredible. Very big staple of Atlanta as well, and they are very good people.
Their drummer is the same guy from Palaces, right?
JB,
JB, yeah.
Like JB's a hero, dude.
He plays in like 40 bands in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He is the dude. He is.
I thought that he was their drummer. Yeah.
He's the dog, man. He's a good dude.
I've literally been to shows of bands that I didn't know he was in. And I'll show up and be like, "Oh, JB's their drummer." Like that just ran.
Man, he's so talented. I love him so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that,
what have you been listening to?
That new Turnstile record. Yeah, that and the King Gizzard record. I've listened to it in its entirety twice now, and that's like one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah.
Like big Giz head over here, but
you always talk about it.
Yeah. They just play like every record. They have like this is like their 27th or 28th record, and like.
It's cool that they change styles.
Yeah,
they're not afraid to just like, all right, we're gonna make a country album, and everybody will love it because it'll be great.
Yeah, it's amazing, dude. They're amazing, and it's very like I don't know. I hear a lot of like the Beatles, Earth, Wind and Fire. Like I hear a lot of different. They really grab some just like deep riffs, man, and it goes all over the place, and it's really cool. And I know that. Dang, there was another record that's coming out in like. I can't remember.
Well, the Abyssalisk just dropped a new track.
Oh yeah, Abyssalisk just dropped a new track too.
Awesome.
It's really heavy.
Abyssalisk dropped a track, and God, there was somebody else too that dropped one this week. I forget who it was. I put it on my Facebook page, which has just kind of become like not my Facebook anymore. It's just like promoting bands.
Yeah.
But I love doing that.
Welcome.
That's all I do with my Facebook.
I love doing that. So
my Facebook is just harassing people of when I'm doing yard work.
Yeah. Shows and watch my unboxing videos. That's pretty much
I love like repping and promoting our local metal scene. I'm very much into like support local metal, and I want to make sure that if I can use my page to like boost some views or whatever.
Rising tide raises all ships? Is that the saying?
What?
The saying? There's like a saying, like something about. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I was thinking of like a saying for that, but I don't think I said it right. It was like a San Diego moment, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't know, my bad.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I feel like giving people the awareness of our scene and promoting every band and that camaraderie that I feel like the Atlanta scene has been bringing lately.
Oh yeah.
Really, really just shows testament to like the people in our city.
Oh yeah. If you look at I don't use Spotify because I'm a weirdo, but I have everybody's record like on my phone saved, like because I'm big on it just buying the actual media. If you look at my recently played, there's hardly any like big name, huge, national acts on there. It's all local stuff because that's the stuff that I enjoy listening to. Like I've been blasting Cloak the last few weeks.
Oh wow,
like, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, Cloak rules. Dude.
It's one of those bands like I put it on my page like black metal for me can get sort of droney and honestly kind of boring after a few songs. It's just any big black metal band like I just kind of get tired of it. But Cloak, one of the things they do well is they change during their songs. They change it up so much and they have such good riffs that it doesn't fall to that black metal genre thing. They do black metal, but they do it really, really well, and it keeps it interesting. And so
The singer got that real raspy.
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
do that.
Cloak and
That's not my style.
I've been blasting this old Control the Devastator too.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I ran into Paul at the Subdivisions at Tooey's.
Yeah.
So I thought
it was
we were
great
hanging
to
out.
see him. I love Paul.
Paul's a good dude. He's
Yeah,
one of my
he's a
favorite people in the
solid
world.
So I thought it would be cool since it's like mid-year, right? We're like pretty much in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
Let's make a call and let's talk about this again in January.
Okay.
But you know how you get those playlists, like who you listen to all year, like your top 10 most listened to musicians or bands or whatever. Let's make a guess on what yours are going to be. Come end of the year. I can pretty much guess what mine's going to be already, I think. But let's see. You go ahead.
Man, like album.
Who are your top 3? Who are the top 3 artists that's going to say you listen to this year?
Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and say probably Deaf Heaven. That Deaf Heaven record I still put on rotation pretty heavy.
Yeah. So Deaf Heaven's number 1.
Probably either them or probably Me Without You.
Okay.
Would be my number 1 spot probably, and then that new Turnstile record. I don't know.
It's gonna get some plays.
Yeah, that record. Those singles when they were like just dropping the singles before the release, I would put those singles on like 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And God, who else? What?
Who's you,
Man,
Cody? What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, he's got 3.
Oh.
Yes, I think that my third one, if I had to pick who would be in my top 3 on my Spotify Wrapped, it would probably be Minus the Bear as well. I've been putting a lot of Minus the Bear on there. And they're about to re-release.
Heard of that?
Minus the Bear?
Minus the Bear? Oh, dude. They're like math rock.
Their guitar player.
Yeah, Minus the Bear.
Their guitar
Dude,
player
their guitar
is very
player,
good.
well, not the guitar player, but a guitar player of that band. He is also the guitar player of Botch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I know
he's,
Botch.
Yeah, he was also in a couple other bands as well. I think but he's in a couple other bands that I can think of. But they've been a band forever, and they were on like a hiatus. And then they're doing like one of their records. They're doing like 20-year anniversary record and coming out with like remasters of that.
Okay.
And then they're doing a 20-year anniversary tour of that record. And I've been just deep diving back into their discography. Like they have so many good songs, dude.
Yeah.
We talked about it before how much I hate it when bands put out like, we're going for our 20-year anniversary, and it's like, oh, now I feel old again.
Yeah, but then like I don't know, like in my mind, when a band takes a hiatus and they like bring back a record that was like a staple record, they're going to be bringing back new material.
For sure.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, because like you guys, I don't know, like for me, it's like when you get together with a bunch of musicians and you haven't gotten together in a long time, like that magic is there still, and then like it's like I don't know, it's like falling in love again, so I feel like they're gonna just start jamming and putting new music out, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I mean, look what happened with Dillinger. Dillinger just came back, but now they're the original lineup. Like, you know, they're not.
Which I'm happy about because I'm a huge Ben Wyman fan.
Oh my God, Ben Wyman is like the craziest motherfucker with a guitar.
I actually bought his signature guitar and put a picture up on it, and he actually liked it on Facebook.
Whoa!
I was like, fucking sweet.
That's super cool,
dude.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So, all right. So Spotify Wrapped. I don't listen to Spotify. I listen to Apple Music.
Okay.
So fuck Spotify.
What? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can live with that.
They rip artists off, man.
Yeah, they do.
That's the reason I don't use
Not
Spotify.
that Apple Music.
I use Spotify.
Not that Apple Music's any better, but that's just the platform I'm on, so I listen to it. I don't pay for 2 different platforms. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Acacia Strain at number 1.
Okay.
Because I've been listening to that a lot the first part of this year. Just, I don't know what it is. It's just been on repeat.
They're so good.
Yeah, I know, man.
God,
I just listen to them all the time. Then probably next in line is either going to be Thy Art Is Murder or Meshuggah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I listen to a lot of Meshuggah.
Meshuggah, you can never go wrong with Meshuggah.
And then I think number 3, might be, if it's not Meshuggah or Thy Art, because that would be 3.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be, the third one will probably be, who's that band I've been listening to a lot lately? No, it's not Dillinger, it's Converge. I've been listening to a lot lately, and I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
But
hey, look, a Converge shirt.
I'm not sure that I'm going to listen to a lot of them the rest of the year. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh,
because we're predicting, right?
Yeah. So
I was thinking, like, who am I going to listen to the rest of this year?
That's going to outweigh the plays I've already dropped.
Exactly.
Because you're going to think. So if we're like,
that's why I think it was fun to do this.
Yeah. So like 6 months is a long time, but like I've already listened to these songs maybe to say like 10 times a week. You know, what if there's songs that come out like that are like I'm listening to 20 times a week?
Right, exactly.
So then my rap will change, and then like I don't know, I'll learn a little bit about me.
There's a ton of bands that are releasing albums soon.
Yeah, I know.
And so if I'm looking forward to 6 months in the future, I'm probably going to be looking at those records.
Well,
because they're bands that I like.
That's the fun part of this challenge, though, right? So who are your three? Who are your top three?
Oh God,
what's it going to say?
The new Subdivisions for sure. The new Subdivisions for sure. When it comes out. The new Leafblower for sure when it comes out.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I'm looking forward to hearing what the new Subterran record sounds like.
They're a good band.
But it's hard to like say 6 months from now based on what I've already listened to.
That's the challenge, though, right? That's the whole fun part.
So if I'm going like just like straight up what I listen to like now, I can guarantee Control the Devastator is going to be at least in the top 5. I love their records. There will be 6. 6 will be on there for sure. Violent System will be on there for sure.
Okay.
Like looking forward 3 albums. I don't know, but
we'll see.
My local homies that I enjoy listening to, that's usually what's on my playlist.
So everybody's locked in then. So
like if you look at my playlist, my like what I've listened to, you'd have to get down to like 10th or 15th place to see a band that like is a nationally touring act.
Okay. Interesting.
It's weird, but it's just the stuff I'm into.
Yeah. So we'll wait until the end of this year, and what we'll do is we'll bring our Spotify Wraps or Apple Music Wraps or whatever they are, and we'll look at them all together and see if.
But I'll try.
I'll write this down so we don't forget about it, and we'll check back and see what exactly we picked at mid-year.
Okay.
I thought it'd be fun to try that.
That is gonna be fun.
If my app will do that.
What's that?
I've got like 150 gigs of music on my phone, but I think the app might show me that. I'll see. I'll check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
what else? I mean,
I'm excited to see because now I'm interested because like
there's just so much music that's coming out soon. It's like it's hard to say 6 months from now what I'm going to be listening to because there's so many great bands.
Yeah, you're starting to hit the summer album cycle.
Yeah, you're about to get some really
man, that Creed record's gonna get a lot of spins while I'm barbecuing.
Creed?
Yeah,
I like Creed.
I mean, I'm with Arms
My Own
Wide
Prison
Open.
was the shit when we were younger, man.
No, for real.
I used to jam that shit all the time.
No.
I remember when What If came
it's a
out.
guilty
It was
pleasure.
for the Scream 1 or 2 was like the music video for What If.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Why did they put this? Because I liked the song. I was like, why did they put this on the Scream movie? This is weird.
If you had to, you know what? Let's think here. If you had to pick a metal summer album, what would it be?
Summer album?
Yeah, like I don't know, like when you're driving down, it's hot outside, you're grilling, or if you're just like out and about, like a summer vibey metal record, like what brings the heat.
Oh, what's the name of the record by A Life Once Lost?
Mm-hmm.
It's their second album. Vultures? Okay, that's what they're saying in the other room.
Yeah.
But either way, that A Life Once Lost album was fucking awesome. It's got that groove to it.
Yeah.
That you could just turn it up and like put the top down and just groove to that shit while you're driving.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I would say for me it'd be probably Red Fang.
Red Fang?
Yeah, they're like stoner rock and just like really fuzzy and like rock and roll and like I don't know. I was listening to them on the way over here and they have a song called they're off their first record, but Prehistoric Dog is like the video is like them battling some LARPers in a park, and they put on a bunch of like beer armor and stuff, and they're just like beating up these LARPers. It's pretty funny. But that's like my summer vibe, I guess. Like they're just summer music to me.
Sure.
Record specific, any of their records I feel like could be. But I mean, if I had to pick one, it would probably be Arrows.
Okay.
Surreal Atrocities. That's the name of that album. Sorry, it came to me. Surreal Atrocities by A Life Once Lost.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why I associate this with summer, but breaking away from like the local band scene, anything off of Atrocity Exhibition or Human Condition from Exodus is going to be summer music for me.
That's grilling and chilling.
Because it's grilling and chilling thrash metal, and it's awesome.
It brings the heat.
It does. And of course, Shovel Kill Machine. Those 3 records by Exodus are Rob Dukes' records. Man, those are like outside. It's hot. I want to groove. I want to have fun. Kind of records. That's cool. That's what I'm into.
That's cool.
Nice. I can do a little Cannibal Corpse too. That's good. That's good music for everybody.
That's good hot dog music.
I never liked them. I don't know why. It's like one of those bands that all your friends love, and you're just kind of like. I never got into them.
You know, I heard a story. I don't know if it's true or not, but that dude, like, I guess I don't know the dude's name, but the guy that plays in Cannibal Corpse, the lead singer. I'm sorry. Corpse Grinder. Yeah. He's like a real softie, and he like goes and he collects toys from toys machines, and he like donates.
George is incredible at claw machines.
Yeah,
and
Legos. He likes Legos.
That's really cool. He seems like a really cool dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My dad's
Respect the neck.
My dad's Corpse Grinder. Who's your dad? Corpse Grinder.
Right.
Yeah, take me to work, or take your kid to work day, and she's just like running the merch table, and he's like,
that's so funny. All right, well, guys, thanks for listening to us yap for a good 20, 30 minutes there.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Now let's take a break here, and then we're gonna bring back with Subdivisions.
Yeah. Sub D in his house.
All right. See you in a second.
See ya.
Hey, welcome back. We're here with Subdivisions.
Subdivision.
Hello.
It's yourselves.
That's them.
What up, y'all? How's it going?
So,
I am.
Oh, introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
My bad.
Welcome to the Peach
Sorry.
Man. What's your
What's
name?
going on, guys? I am Joe from Subdivisions.
I'm Will from Subdivisions.
I'm Brian from Subdivisions.
hell yeah, dudes. Welcome to the show. It's really good to see you guys.
Thank you for having
It's
us.
good to see you too.
Of course, man. So what's been new in y'all's world? How's your week going? How's everything with the band?
Pretty good. Like, really good, actually. Like, we've been playing a bunch of shows, trying to knock out a recording, doing a whole bunch of fun stuff, man. It's been really, really awesome.
I can't wait to, I've been wanting to tell you this, like, in front of the camera, but I loved that Tooey's performance that y'all did, man. That shit was rocking.
So much fun.
I love the
awesome.
Tooey's performance Tim did.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I did a little guest spot on it.
yeah,
That was
it
pretty
is-
cool.
Little
It's-
live
it's a-
debut of a guest spot on one of our songs off our upcoming EP, Habitual.
Habitual. Nice.
Habitual.
Featuring good friend Tim. So no,
fun.
Tooey's the how we were able to manifest that show and do a music video in addition, because our bass player James has been working there for like 17 years.
What? I didn't realize that long.
Yeah, so he's worked there
man.
since it was the Taco Mac, and I'm pretty sure that if it wasn't him, it was one of our other close friends that actually served me my first legal beer at the establishment when I turned 21 years old. So it's been a long time coming. We've been regulars of that place for as long.
That's
as,
like y'all's Cheers.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so it's pretty
Good
much
reference.
a given anytime we go there. If it's just to grab a beer, grab some wings or whatever, we're always going to see somebody we know up
Yeah.
there, regardless if we want to see them or not. But
That's
you
my
know,
first time going to Tooey's. I've never been over there.
yeah,
over there.
hopefully it won't be the last, because we love it, man. It's
Yeah,
it's a
Tooey's
great
is
Y'all
spot.
got me on those wings. It was like, was it Jerk and
3 Mile.
3 Mile Island.
Those are good.
those wings?
Yeah.
Those are
3
good
Mile
ones.
I
Island.
kind of went into it
Taco
going,
Mac.
this kid kind of
Exactly, but it's an ex-Taco Mac, and they have totally changed the name of their wing flavors.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's
Yeah, those
Taco
are
Mac
banging.
wing flavor, but anyway.
Yeah,
and I got
but-
the calamari too, and I really liked that, which is random, but
I didn't even
it was
know they
really
had
tasty.
calamari there.
Yeah, it was really good. I was impressed.
So I know that Millie ran sound there, and he did such a wonderful job, and he recorded that live set at Tooey's. Are y'all going to do anything and put that out, or?
That's what it's looking like.
We'll probably do something with
That'd
it.
be sweet.
'cause
We're hoping
It sounded
to.
pretty great.
It sounded
yeah.
incredible what he recorded.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all really had. I mean, I don't know. I've watched you guys play like for years, and I've been able to share the stage with you guys a bunch of times, and like seeing y'all in Tooey's and play that new album and like play those songs, and like y'all are like really locked in, and like each one of you guys is like at the sharpest you've ever been, and it's really cool to have all of that captured like live and in such an intimate setting, and it was very, very cool. And Just wanted to say you guys did a really great
Thank
job.
you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
The studio in practice does that.
Yeah, well,
the studio in practice does do that. Yeah.
And we were kind of joking leading up to it that it's like we got a lot riding on this, like just kind of as like a little jokingly way to psych ourselves up about it. But at the end of the day, like I kind of feel like we all kind of played that way as well. It's like we can't get up there and suck. We got all these people who like otherwise probably wouldn't be there at that given point in time at like 9:30, 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. That was just like let's do it. Yeah, the beers were flowing, the wings were flying all over the place. It was it was rad, but
it was a lot of fun.
No, I mean in recent memory, we've played a lot of really awesome shows over the course of the past 2 years now, and that one sticks out as like one of those just like
for sure.
This was
Yeah, it was
awesome.
This
was awesome.
Y'all sounded really, really tight.
Yes.
Yeah,
Great.
that was incredible.
Without Millie, it probably wouldn't
Chris
have
did a great job.
Yeah.
Chris did a wonderful
Shout
job.
out Chris Malillo.
Yes.
Yeah, Millie.
Yeah, for sure. He is a magician.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
He's a wizard, man.
So tell me a little bit about the studio. What was that like? How was that experience over the last few months?
Oh man, it was awesome. Like, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed being in there personally, just kind of going through the vocals and actually sitting there breaking down and fine-tuning it. It gets stressful sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, hey, this is the work you need to put into it to get something good. And I had a good time. I had a blast. Shout out to Kellen.
Yeah,
Kellen.
It was awesome. Recording was, I had a great time up here recording. I like the process of the studio, piecing stuff together and then get to see, when it's all complete, what you made. It's dope.
Yeah, I was the first one to start recording, and I managed to finish the 5 songs on drums in 2 days, most of which was probably over the course of about 12 hours on a Saturday, and then I finished the one last song over like maybe 3 hours on that Sunday. And I just remember having to like completely change my approach of not only how I played those songs, but just how I wanted it to sound on tape. And once again, shout out to Kellen. Like, he was joking around a lot of the times with how hard on me he was, but he's just like, dude, I know you can do it. Like, how about you just quit sucking real quick and just do it how it's supposed to do? And all I could do is I was just like, you're right, all right. But I was just so dead set on trying to get my best work out there just so they could go and do what they did. And once all the rest of the instruments got done, and then when Joe started, I honestly kind of wanted nothing to do with it. It's like, Joe, you do your thing.
I bet you were exhausted.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
I bet you were exhausted.
But
drum days are long.
Yeah, but after it was done, I was just like, all right, you're up. Like, I did my shit, so cool.
Yeah, I mean, if the drums
Will's
are down,
like, I fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Later, losers.
Playing to the click's really fun. Playing to drums is way cooler.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that say, I've been hearing a lot lately that some of the theory on metal is that playing to a click and how clean everything has gotten is really killing it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I believe that.
I agree with that, but
I do too.
But it just, it depends what you're going for. Some styles, that super clean, everything perfect production is great.
Mm-hmm.
I personally like a little more of the
Rougher.
human flow element and human heartbeat. But it's music. To each their own. It's
universal.
I think you're
man.
right. There's several genres
Yeah.
that like, if it's clean and polished, that's when it sounds the best.
Yeah.
Like, bands like Origin or Periphery. Like,
Yeah,
stuff like
no,
that,
it
like,
needs to be super tight.
Exactly.
And then other
Orbit
bands,
Culture, like, it's gotta be, gotta be there. But then there's other bands that, like, if you were that clean on, it sounds fake almost because it didn't have any life to it.
Yeah, no,
Like
exactly.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Every time I do it.
I was watching, like, you guys know I like Lamb of God. I was watching their recording for the last album, and they were, like, in the old Jim Henson's, like, audio studio, whatever. Yeah. And they recorded it all in the room.
Yeah.
They were all just, like, sitting in the same room, and Randy was off in a booth, obviously, because he's Randy. But, like, and you listen to the album, you can hear, like, oh, they're just dudes, like, in a room grooving. Yeah. It's not like everything's got to be stacked, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, and that's I prefer that over the everything
it's produced
to
it's
a
gotta
T.
Breathe.
But it just depends on what you're going for.
Different strokes, different folks.
Yeah, man.
We've tried to stay organic. I mean, we're old guys.
Yeah.
Like, we're the 3 youngest guys in our band, and we're 39 years old. So we've always tried to maintain that old school approach to where we practice at my house, and it's basically just the four of us, or the five of us, or the four of us, sans Joe, that'll get together in a, I don't know, probably 10 by 12 room, whatever the size is.
That room's way smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. So, and we just crank it out. It's like a lot of times Brian and Lee, our other guitar player, will get together and work on riffs, and then from there it's just a matter of putting it all together. And like they'll send me demos every now and then, and it's just like, okay, like I can work with this, you know. Yeah. But no, we've always kind of tried to maintain that traditional sense of songwriting, just because we like the element of our live show that brings out. We've never ever really utilized playing to like a click or any backtracks. We kind of joke around. It's like we use high gain tube amps when we play, and in the words of pro golfer John Daly, we just grip it and rip it.
Yep. Hell yeah, brother.
We like to build everything from kind of the live, and then it's not, Lee will have some demos and such and kind of rough, and we'll, send it to Will, and, Lee will have drums on there and stuff, but we know it's, this is just for time.
You guys are very much a live band.
Will's going to do his own thing, and that's with writing, we kind of try to not one person writes everything and then Dick like, no, I need you to do this. You kind of we all take input from everybody. That's,
and then we jam on the song in question for like, I don't know, 1,000 to
we'll
50, like forever. So we'll sit there and just keep playing it until we get it tight.
And I mean, kudos to you guys though, because like, as far as live bands go who don't use in-ear monitoring and all that, because I know you guys don't do that. Y'all are one of the tightest bands out there.
Sure. Out there.
I mean, you guys practice for sure.
Y'all are tight like tops.
Yeah. No, it's always something we've prided ourselves on, and just kind of having that constant of once a week, regardless of whatever BS life throws any of the five of us way, we can always just collectively get together. My house. Wednesday is normally about 7:15 p.m.
Even if it's just an hour or a couple, I mean, you add that up over.
For sure.
You're talking hundreds of, so, and that's just
practice makes
the way we do it.
Just keeps us regular, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's the good, weekly release too. Any bullshit going on, we just go over to Will,
just go jam it out. Jam it out.
Yeah.
All good. Yeah.
And then as soon as we're done, we bump some like butt rock. And
so we were talking during our segment at the beginning about your Spotify Unwrapped list, right?
Oh yeah.
So I want to do this with you guys too because it's mid-year, right? So when you look at like your Spotify Unwrapped or your Apple Music end of the year, what you've been listening to all year, whatever, what do you think right now, being in the middle of the year, based on what you've listened to, what you anticipate you may listen to, what do you think your top three would be?
Top three?
And there's no wrong answer here.
Yeah.
Dude, right now, guys, like, there's been a lot of Less Than Jake again.
There you go.
I've been hitting some AFI recently a lot.
Okay.
Dude, Black Sail's one of my favorite records.
Of course, and probably just Kubla Khan. I listen to too much Kubla Khan.
Man. Kubla Khan rules, dude.
So just a fun...
Nice.
Different things.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
For me, I would say with where I'm at this point in the year, probably Suicidal Tendencies is number one. I've been listening to a lot of Neck Deep, which is a Welsh pop punk band.
Oh, cool.
Just because it's summertime and it just makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And then if I had to guess, probably either. But for like between now and the end of the year, probably either the new Callous Dowboys that dropped, or the new Turnstile that dropped. Just because I know with how the summer is going to go, I'm going to be listening to that.
Yes, that Turnstile record is definitely
but like
vibe.
the new Callous Dowboys, I think it dropped like about a month ago or so. And just seeing how they've progressed, because like I remember seeing them open for Norma Jean in a basement when Norma Jean was doing like their house tour. I think it was back like maybe 2018 or 2019 that I did that. And I mean, since then they've just completely taken off. Awesome. And I mean they're representing the city of Atlanta and the scene, because I think like I think one of their guitar players went to the Atlanta Institute of Music.
Oh, cool.
And I mean just being like, because we're all from Gwinnett, we've lived here pretty much our whole lives. And just having that representation, it's cool. I think they're touring now with like Chiodos and like Hawthorne Heights. And they played with Dillinger back at the end of last year, where it's just like,
I'm so proud of them. They're doing. They played Download Fest too, I believe.
And they've just been killing it. And
I'm so proud of them.
Yeah. So anytime any regional band gets notoriety, and it's like. I worked at Guitar Center for 8 years, so seeing people now, like even back then, like I worked with this dude DeAndre Hemby, who's the drummer for like Teddy Swims.
Oh, cool!
And seeing how like Josh Landry, I knew him when he was like 15, 16 years old, and now he's huge on all the different media platforms and like sponsored by SJC, and it's just like
that's cool.
I remember this when we were practicing in a storage unit and just like. Keeping the dream alive, and it's just like, I'm going to be a big rock star one day. You'll see, and it's like, you did it, bro. Like, I can't be.
You love to see that.
Yeah, I can't be more happy. Yeah. So, and we're not in this to try and make $1 million. If we have enough money to,
we're in the wrong genre for that.
No, exactly. Well, if we make enough money from selling shirts where we can buy another batch of shirts, like.
Yeah, just put it back into the band.
Yeah,
the machine going. That's all good with us. Yeah.
And if anything more comes about after that, like hell yeah, fuck yeah, but like
hell yeah, fuck yeah.
We just do it because we love it. We love it. We do it because we love doing it, and can't think of what life would be like any other way.
Yeah.
Like me and Brian have been playing together for over 20 years, which like the whole origin story of how the three of us kind of became the core of the band, like. A huge part of the reason why I still do it, pushing 40 years old. So
that's so cool.
Oh, and Brian, what about you? Like, what three? We kind of took over there.
What are your three? What I'm listening to? I listen to a lot of Poison the Well. Yes. I listen to Converge. Yep. I've listened to Hope's Fall recently.
So
I also.
But what are your top three? What do you think are going to be your three Unwrapped? Like what you've listened to and what you plan to listen to.
Probably my top. Like I could. I've been listening to a lot of this resurgence in older metalcore come bands like Since My Beloved, Balmora. There's I'd say All Shall Perish, Despised Icon, probably on that list. I've listened to a lot of that. Yeah.
Okay.
But
do you want to?
Yeah, it's hard for me to break down top and fake.
Me too.
Because I also listen to a lot of Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins, Doobie Brothers, fucking. I like my boomer rock.
There you go.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Outkast showed up on my list.
Outkast for sure is on that list too.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of that.
James is the yacht rocker of the bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have some yacht rock tendencies, though. I do.
Yeah,
feel
James
like.
likes. But
who doesn't like to be on a yacht?
Likes prog rock. Me and Ashworth listen to Genesis a lot.
There you
go. On the way to practice.
Yeah, Phil Collins is the shit.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He could feel it calling in the air, dude.
I listen to a lot of Rush.
There's no guy who can make a 60-year-old's panties drop faster than Phil Collins.
Man.
Hell yeah. We're a 39-year-old man's panties drop.
That's really funny. Oh man. Man, that was good.
All right, so like, what do you guys think about summer? So with summer being here and us, we were talking about
what is your summer
album or summer band that you like? What's your go-to summer vibe?
311.
There you go.
I'd say that somewhat jokingly, but not
really.
Man,
sometimes,
I like listening to. I've always considered summer to be synonymous with like the Vans Warped Tour. Granted, it's not the same like cross country thing as it was before, but I remember back when I started playing drums when I was 14 years old, and first time I ever went to the Vans Warped Tour was 2002 when I was 15 years old. Or 15 or 16 years old, and I remember seeing Newfound Glory. It's the first and only time I ever saw NoFX. I remember the first time I saw Thursday was that year as well, which has remained a huge influence for us. Yeah. But and that was like basically this a year after like me and Brian and Joe became friends. But like all those early or like late '90s skate punk rock bands, Pennywise and Bad Religion and stuff like that. That's kind of always like just the feel good, like makes me want to eat a hot dog, hang out by a fire, and
get a sunburn.
Pass out drunk in the sun.
And maybe drink a beer or two with the boys.
Maybe there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, like Suicide Machines. Like,
but what would be like your one? Like when you think of it, what is the one?
We're trying to be really awkwardly
Summertime Anthem.
Yeah.
What
album?
What album?
Yeah.
I don't want to sound stereotypical, but probably the self-titled Sublime album or 40 Ounces to Freedom.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, because regardless of what's going on, it puts me in a good mood. Because just LBC baby, I'd like to hear what they have to say about.
Yeah,
about
Joe,
those.
what's yours?
Oh man, that's like really specific. What album? Summertime Vibes alone. I really want to say something funny, but I'm not. Honestly, again, I've been on the Less Than Jake kick.
Yeah, so which one? Anthem?
Probably Losing Streak.
Oh, Losing Streak.
Like straight up just listening to that
That's a great record.
Recently because it started getting warm enough outside. I like revert to like punk rock and ska and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's sunny out. I need to put myself in the right mind space.
I need some Streetlight Manifesto in my life.
Exactly, some Streetlight Manifesto, even though they're a little sad. But yes, definitely some of that kind of vibes. Yeah, you got to just take a break from all the breakdowns until the sun goes down, and then you're like, all right, we're back. Yeah. We're back. Foolish mortals.
Bring out the candles in black metal.
Yeah, because we're
black metal's for winter.
Yeah, black metal is for the cold winters of Georgia.
Cold.
Cold north of Gwinnett County.
What about you, Brian?
I mean, I probably couldn't pick one. I would agree, with Will and them, kind of that, the punk rock stuff for the summer. I think Turnstile's good summer music to my ear.
Time and Space.
But I couldn't put any particular thing for some, like you're saying. I could listen to some black metal in the summer.
All day long,
like that.
Just put on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack.
Exactly, I'd say
The music that made me.
I'd say Suicidal Tendencies is more good. Any of those, California punk rock, just
Drain is some good summer
Drain
listening
is
for
good.
I keep seeing them all over. I've never heard of them.
You do like Drain.
Yeah, they're right up your alley.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
In the way of like thrash influence,
they're kind of like party crossover.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I keep seeing them. I know they're about to drop a new record. I just never listened to them.
I'll give some honorable mentions for me just while I've been thinking about it. Probably I Don't Want to Grow Up by the Descendants.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because that kind of follows along with it. They're from Redondo Beach, California, so they got that like surf. Sure. They've always been considered like, with recent passing of Brian Wilson, like Beach Boys. Yeah. If they were a punk rock band,
sure.
There's more good summer music.
Yeah,
Beach Boys. Rest in peace, Brian Wilson.
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Blink-182.
Yeah, that was going to be another.
Well, that album, it just recently had its 24-year anniversary. That album came out.
My back hurts.
That album came out.
My knees just gave out.
That came out the summer that I became friends with them. So that's got a special place in my heart just because that was when, a year after I had started playing drums, where it's like, okay, now I'm about to learn how to play music with people. And I mean, it's come to this here now. And then another one, City of Evil, Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah. Because that's another good, just, I don't know why, it just because I think that came out like 05 or 06 or something. And I remember seeing them at Warped Tour that
like
year.
07 or 05,
I think it was like 06. And I remember seeing Joe. We didn't, we went separately. I think I went with Brian that year. But I remember seeing Joe in line to get in separately and just being like, what's up, bro? Like, who are you most excited to see? And he's like, Avenged Sevenfold, bro.
I'm not a hater. I first hated it and was like, yo, whatever. And then I kept listening to it. And then I was like, never mind, shit, it stuck.
Dude, so, like, Waking the Fall was
dude, I was like, this is butt rocking on purpose.
I feel like they peaked
know what
when
they're
they made
doing.
Chapter 4. Yeah. Chapter 4 was like my favorite song they ever did. Yeah. And then I heard like City of Evil came out and I was like,
I was never a fan.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I feel you.
Wasn't my thing.
That first one.
Well, there's a time and a place for that.
Exactly.
What was the song that everybody had to learn to play on guitar?
I just remember seeing them like at such a young age that they were just so
everybody played that same riff.
All right.
out there and open. You know what I mean? Like
that riff was the most prolific riff of our generation.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like, easily.
Yep.
Trust me, dude. I worked at Guitar Center. I heard that a lot.
Okay. Every guitar at Guitar Center, somebody played that riff on it.
That Welcome Home by Codye and Cambria.
Yeah.
Sweet Child of Mine. Smoke on the Water.
Stairway to Heaven.
Oh my god.
No stairway.
All right, so I have another question that I saved for this segment. So, Desert Island Band.
What?
If you were going to be stranded on a desert island forever until you die, what's the one? And you had an iPod and it had one band on it. Their whole album.
Their album.
Just one
album. Or just one album?
The whole discography.
Oh, okay.
The whole
Sorry, I said
discography.
album, but I meant like all their albums.
Yeah.
So if you could listen to one band, who is it?
I'm just gonna go Rush because that's
Yeah.
All right.
That's
all right. So we got Rush,
Descendants.
Descendants.
Dude, this is a really hard question. Iron Maiden. Fuck
Just
it.
say something.
Yeah, Iron Maiden.
I was gonna say, Joe,
Iron Maiden.
you're making this way
Yeah,
more difficult.
Iron Maiden.
I'm gonna say King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Okay. For me, it's the Deftones.
Oh, very good choice.
That's enough.
Because there's a little bit
That's
of,
a good desert island vibe.
well, they
too.
they have a lot of different variety to their music.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
So
I'm gonna blow you guys away with this answer because you're gonna go. You don't like that music. It'd be Black Sabbath for me because you would never run out of music.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
would never run out of music. You would have every genre that they have touched.
Yep.
You would get there. So Black Sabbath.
okay.
That's a good answer.
Good answer. Great
Well,
answer.
they have like
That's a good one.
40 albums or something. Like
Yeah.
Are y'all
Probably
going to
more than
watch
that.
Are y'all going to watch the live stream of his last show?
No,
Oh, I
I'm
absolutely am.
thinking I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Just in
It's going
case
to
he
be
tries
bad.
something.
What if he dies on stage?
That's what they're saying. They're saying like.
Yeah.
I think Ozzy himself has said that.
I think, I think
What
so.
I'm going to die on stage.
Listen, what Ozzy said was,
Giant
he's
bat
like,
comes
if
out
I'm
of
gonna
like
go,
nowhere,
it's
eats
Ozzy.
his head.
No, I don't think Ozzy's
Like
going to be
Sunburn.
that great, but I do think it's dope. They brought Bill Ward back to play drums with him for that.
Yep.
Dude,
God, no.
If a bat
great.
comes
He
out
can play in his
eats him,
wheelchair?
then-
Mothman, no.
I feel like this is gonna sound terrible. I feel like this is like the predecessor to like his funeral. I feel like, and I hate to say that because I love
Look,
Ozzy.
I mean, just Sharon's pushing that.
but like,
crowd.
there's so many people that,
and you get to a
Yes,
point where it's
yeah.
like, look, dude, you've
like,
done
he's
it.
not gonna be here forever.
no,
You've had your farewell
Yeah.
tours.
Yeah.
You've played. I've seen Sabbath so many times. I've seen Ozzy so many times. Like, I don't want to see it
wasn't
again.
his first farewell?
I want
in,
to
like,
remember
91,
Ozzy.
right?
I want to
Yeah.
remember Ozzy when he could actually get around the stage,
Yeah.
use the water guns,
No, I
and
agree.
all that stuff. I don't want to
No,
see him up there freaking
I
dying
get
on the
really
microphone.
weird. Every time I see a flyer for it, I get really weird vibes because he knows he's done. Everybody knows. He's done.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Except for Sharon.
Except for Sharon, she's ready to make money on him.
Well,
so-
good for her for, I guess, gassing her husband up.
guess.
Jeez, let the man live a dream.
I
Oh,
guess,
man.
like,
Man,
I don't know. I
dude,
just
he's
kinda
like
feel like this
Ozzy
is the
Osbourne,
farewell
dude.
that
Yeah.
you don't want to see.
I just don't
mean,
want to see
hey,
him. I don't
yeah.
want to see anything bad happen to him.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
no
even-
one. Okay, no
I
one
don't
wants to
wish
see anything
anything
bad
bad happen. I'm
happen
just
to
saying,
His
him.
pants or something.
There's a reason
Well,
we're doing
I mean,
this.
dude,
They have different things to depend on when that's coming around. But like, you know,
See
you
what
have
you did
to.
there.
Solid pun, bro.
Solid fun, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it'll probably be sick. He deserves one last go. Like, it's
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
hey, he wants a
Who
swan
was the
song.
band they kicked off? She said
Tool.
they kicked off a band.
Well, I've read
Tool.
Tool, but I was also reading Megadeth yesterday
Oh, wow.
too. So who knows?
I don't care if either.
Yeah, they
of those
kicked somebody
plays.
off the show or something because I don't know. Sharon got pissed off at him or something.
That's not surprising.
Well, I mean,
I've never been a
Yeah.
fan of either of those bands.
Yeah. But it's.
We like kind of laughing at Dave Mustaine. We make jokes
God,
and like
yeah.
share.
Hello, me.
Exactly. No, like me, Lee, and Brian have like a Instagram group that we've created that's called Hosses and Borthers.
Nice.
Where anytime we see a sweet Instagram reel of like anything Creed related, anything Alice in Chains related, anything that has to do with like, you know, drinking beers with the boys or something.
Oh my God.
We always send it to each other where it's just a nonstop. Like, yeah.
Brian, I
dude.
need to send you later. There's one of my funniest videos I've ever seen. There's Dave Mustaine playing the national anthem for some sporting event, and it was like brought to you by Gibson Guitars because apparently he had like just got back to Gibson.
Oh yeah,
it was the most atrocious thing I've ever heard in my life, and I started thinking, I was like, God, I hope this like Gibson Guitars is gonna leave this dude.
Say it to my face.
It was horrible.
I could never do Megadeth.
Oh my God.
Couldn't get into it.
Yeah, no.
The vocals, I just couldn't get into it.
No, the vocals, they
no, Mustaine's voice isn't a quiet. Like it's, I like some early Megadeth.
It's like the cilantro.
But it's
Yeah.
So it tastes like soap or cilantro.
I'm gonna say this: Hangar 18 rocks. You guys are crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
I like
a lot of people get at me though because I never liked Metallica. I never got into Metallica growing up.
They lost me.
All right, this interview's done.
I fucks with
No, a lot of people like. Well, I mean, I grew up listening to Slayer. I didn't listen to Metallica. I listened to Slayer, and I listened to that kind of crap.
Feel you?
So it was just different for me. I couldn't get James Hetfield's voice until later in life. I appreciate him now.
Yeah.
I can listen to him now, but I didn't like him growing up.
Yeah, I like older Hetfield vocal than his modern.
Yeah, I saw there was a thing that somebody posted a picture from the Atlanta show and they said, "Why does Metallica look like somebody's dad who went to see Metallica once?"
Oh yeah,
I was like, "Dang, that's rough."
Sad but
Again,
true.
getting old.
Sad but true, isn't it?
Yeah, dude. Yep.
Man,
So let's talk y'all's record for a second. So tell us a little bit about it. What's going into it?
We finished up probably back in, I want to say around February or so. So our guitar player Lee's actually been working with Kellen doing editing and mixing and everything right now. So taking the summer just to play these shows. We're doing a couple Florida dates on the Dark Sales Showcase tour.
Sweet.
In August, so we're very, very excited about that. We're playing Tampa, Florida for the first time, and then we're actually returning to Jacksonville to play at Jackrabbits, which back on our Meet the Band we did with Codye, that's where we mentioned was one of our favorite spots on the Behold the Brutality tour.
That's
just because, I mean, you're right by the beach, and I've always been a fan of Jacksonville. It's kind of got that, like, kind of trashy vibe.
That Fred Durst vibe.
Yeah, it's a business. Biscuit record.
And we all love this.
I do.
I like Limp Bizkit.
I love Biscuit. I don't care.
So we're doing that, and we filmed the Tooey's video 2 weekends ago, and our good friend Josh Thompson at J Thompson Media has been working on editing that out, so that should be out soon. But yeah, it's 5 songs, a lot of which, if you've seen us play any time in the past year, you've probably heard at least two, maybe 3 of them. But
dude, Night Court, I'm telling y'all, that's my favorite one.
Okay, fair. Well, that's coming down the pipeline, so we haven't even recorded that one yet. That was a private thing.
I don't know.
So.
Sorry, take that out.
Yeah, all good. It was kind of from the Tooey show.
Cut that one out.
We played a couple new songs and some things we haven't played yet.
is my favorite.
Yeah,
Sunburn
is good. That is the one.
And the video's for Frostbite.
Video is for Frostbite. We're hoping to try to get that one out as a single.
Yeah, I think all 5 songs
Should be a
turned out
blast.
pretty killer on the EP.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I love recording.
well, yeah, and we kind of had it set, like we had been in contact with Codye and Kellen in the way of when we wanted to get studio time booked. And like we had 3 songs, and then we finished up Frostbite, and we were like, all right, we've got, maybe like a month before we're going to the studio, so we needed one more song.
Yeah.
So that we worked on Deadline, and it was kind of
That's cool.
named as such because that was the last song that we wrote for that. And you never really want to write a song with kind of thinking in the back of your head that, okay, this might not be up to standards with all the rest if it's just a matter of trying to get it
more space.
done. Yeah, get it done. But once we got the finished product of it and listening back to it now, because, the Tooey show is the first time we ever played that live.
Wow.
And, it's like, this is a really solid song. And, I'm very confident with, probably the past 8 songs, I would say we've written and have been playing live. It's the strongest material that we've put out.
I agree with that.
And
I love the stuff that I've heard you guys play live. I mean,
thank you. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of records.
Yeah, and I think Tim killed it on
Yes.
Sunburn.
Thanks,
too.
man.
That was fucking dope. I've listened back to that Millie's recording a couple times. I was
man.
like, damn, fuck, Tim killed that shit.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, bro.
Oh,
Thank
brother,
you.
I love you guys.
First
so
time I
much.
heard it gave me chills because
Really?
like,
Fuck yeah, dude.
well, because I remember coming to the studio when you were doing that and you were like kind of just finishing up. So heard you do like, I think maybe your last 1 or 2 takes and then hearing it and I was just being like, wow, like this is exactly how I envisioned of wanting to have this cadence go. And it's got like a very, I remember right after you did it, I was like, this has a very like Tear from the Red Poison the Well vibe of like that just, atmospheric kind of like self-titled Deftones influenced sound to it. And it's just like this took a song I already loved and just
put it at the next level.
Yeah.
I agree with
cool.
that.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Tim.
So y'all are in for a treat. Whenever we
I've been seeing you guys play and heard you guys play for a long time, and the last few shows, and it's been incredible to see like you guys, like your drums have gotten so much tighter.
Thank you.
Like y'all's guitars have gotten so much like
Thank you.
more together, and the riffs y'all are putting together like breathe and are cool. Like James's bass work is just amazing. So like it's weird to say this, but like I feel like Subdivisions right now is like at a good pinnacle. Like you guys have reached like the best y'all have been so far.
No, I would agree with that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that means
Randy.
a lot.
Like, I'm not trying to like blow smoke. I'm just saying like for real,
thanks,
like you
man.
guys have just consistently gotten better and better and better. And like I remember I was at the Sweetwater show, standing there on the front like an idiot, going, "Oh my god, like these guys."
Y'all bring the
are
heat,
going,
man.
like,
Real.
These guys are on. Like,
Y'all do the.
I mean,
y'all
we
do
just
the crowd.
we just have fun doing it together.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the core of our band. It's like
And the consistency
yeah, I
of
would
you guys
love to
being
blow
together.
up one day, and I mean, of course, everybody's trying to live the dream, but I'm happy if we could get together every Wednesday and just jam shit out in a room, and if nothing else comes of it, like. I'm cool with
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Man.
That's cool.
Back in
That's the right kind of heart you got to have.
No, I
for
mean
it,
that's.
too.
I feel like that just keeps us on the path we're going. So.
I feel like you can listen to like any big name band's discography, and you could tell when they started making music to make money.
Oh, exactly. Or they started to like, I fucking hate these.
Yeah,
dudes. Like,
you started to hate their members.
yeah. Like,
Back in
solo down.
yeah,
Like you can hear y'all's you can hear y'all's music and go, those guys are friends because they're just together.
yeah.
Well, back in like 2017, we took a hiatus as a band for about a year or so, and it was actually Ashworth who like just texted all of us and was like, "Yo, bros, like I miss playing," because he was playing in another band with a couple of our really close friends, which Veteran, which they were awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, and just after a while, he was like, "I miss playing music with you guys," and I remember just being like, "Hey, can y'all do me a solid and like just get over yourselves real quick?" And at that point in time, I was working at the Atlanta Guitar Center, and I worked with Lee Christensen. And at that point, we had already kind of established that we were into a lot of the same music. We had that bond over the early 2000s metalcore, the Trust Kill, and Ferret Records and everything. And he has been probably the biggest gearhead I've ever met, like since I've known him.
Yeah, Lee's got a lot of toys.
So at that point in time, we were just like, all right, well, like let's just get together and jam and see what happens. And it was when I was living in a rental house with my old roommate Dylan Earnhardt, ex-Score by a Deer. He's currently the drum and bass tech for the band Yellow Card. Oh wow! I'm so proud of that dude. But yeah, we got I had like a low volume drum kit in the house, and I remember we started writing what became the beginning of our song Pry. And from there, we were like, all right, guys, we got to make a deal. Like, we do this because it's fun and we want to do it. And if anything gets in the way of that, I'm not going to do it anymore. And
we pretty much took that pressure off ourselves on day one. Like, hey, even if nothing else comes of this, we're just going to keep getting together and fucking jamming and have fun with it. So.
And ironically enough, after us doing that, and we played, I think, about 4 shows between, I want to say, like maybe December 2019 until
like a week before.
Before the COVID shutdown. I remember we played at 529 with Sunseed.
Oh yeah,
and I think
Moontooth.
And Moontooth, and that was like March like 9th or something like that. The shutdown happened like a week after that. Yeah. So we didn't get to play again for another year and a half. But since then, like when shows started happening again, we haven't had any issues with getting shows booked. Like there's been very, very few times where we've had to like actively seek shows, and we like it. Just keep it regular. Like if we're able to play on average like once every month or 6 weeks or so, sometimes we'll double up in a month. We'll take another month off, but just trying to like we're always just like we want to play as many different places, especially places that we've never played before in the metro Atlanta area. I remember a big one for us is when we got to play Smith's Old Bar. We played with like a Metallica like cover band called Thrash Can that was fronted by that had a couple of our friends, one of which was in Jeremy Burns, who was in Shrine for a while.
Oh, cool.
And then like 2 like kind of jam bands, one of which was Hum Ripple. But I remember playing that show, and it was like this has been like a legendary Atlanta establishment for forever. And it's like here, little old Subdivisions is getting to play, and yeah, dude. Like since then, it's just like
that's awesome.
Does it seem badass? Is it worth a Friday, Saturday night?
Absolutely.
And if the answer is not hell yeah, fuck yeah to that, then that gives you your answer right there.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
I got to hear you guys play Blast Beats and Brews. I was actually serving beer. I couldn't come.
You were doing the Lord's work.
Yeah,
that
I was.
It was
fun. I had a great time.
That peach beer was delicious.
Blast Beats and Brews is one of the funnest. One of the funnest. I don't want to say festival. Is it festival?
Yeah.
It's one of the funnest
shout out
festivals.
Emily.
Yeah, shout out Emily.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us on it. Yeah.
That is a fun get together.
Yeah, and luckily it wasn't overly hot that day.
Right.
Because we played last summer at the Slamboree at the Atlanta Utility Works.
I thought he was gonna die.
I thought I was gonna die.
I looked up at Brian and he was like. I was like, he's not okay.
Yeah. We played, I think, we played at like 5:35, 45, and that lineup was completely stacked.
Oh yeah,
completely stacked the whole day. And I remember it was like 96 degrees by the time we played.
Yeah, those southeast summers it's a bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember like during the set having to like think to myself like, don't pass out. Drink water. Don't pass out.
Yeah, I think that even the sound guy that day passed out.
So far this summer hasn't been it's been pretty mild.
So far so good. We've been getting a lot of rain lately.
Two bands that played that show had to stop early because their equipment overheated.
Yeah.
Wow, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, it was
well,
brutal.
Tell us real quick, where can people catch you this summer?
Oh.
Just real quick.
So we are playing our good friend Luke Shirley of God Tongue's birthday bash.
We love Luke.
It's actually
the 26th, right?
It's on the June 28th. It's a Saturday. We're playing at 529 in East Atlanta Village with our good friends in Violent System.
Yep.
Spiritless, shout out to them. It's our first time playing with them. And Graveyard Hours.
I believe it's Graveyard Hours.
And there might be another band getting thrown on at some point. But our good friend Petra Shirley, Luke's wife, who is an incredible photographer.
We love her
She's
so much.
An awesome human being.
Great human being.
She's one of the sweetest people I know.
Has given us support through and through and through. She's helped put this all together, and it's actually a charity benefit show. So all the proceeds are going to charity for that.
It's brain aneurysms and things like that.
Yeah, so that's really our local show we're playing. And then we've got another one at the beginning of August, but we can't announce that yet.
Okay.
But you'll hear about it soon enough.
Sweet.
And then we're going to be playing in Florida in Tampa, Florida on the 8th of August, and then in Jacksonville the 9th, and then at some point there'll be a EP release, and we'll be dropping this video at some point. But
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hey guys, we really appreciate you coming on to the show today.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
It was nice having you again.
I love you
Good
guys.
hanging out. It's fun, guys.
Looking forward to Habitual.
Heck yeah.
And check out the descriptions and all that stuff. Get all the links and everything to their social medias and everything. And we'll see you guys next time on the Peach Pit Podcast.
Take care. See you later. See you next time. Bye.